Hash narration script. Most Americans are leaving hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table with Social Security, and they have no idea. In the next 10 minutes, I'm showing you the exact mistakes 87% of people make and how to fix yours before it's too late. My name is your name, and I've spent the last 3 years breaking down the Social Security system so you don't have to. And here's the thing, I used to be one of those people making these mistakes too. I was 32, thought I had plenty of time before retirement, and completely ignored how my Social Security decisions would affect my future. Then I did the math, actually crunched the numbers, and I realized I was potentially throwing away over $100,000, so I dug in. I learned the system. And now I'm going to save you from the same mistake that's costing Americans an average of $142,000 in lost benefits over their lifetime. Let's talk about what's happening right now. The average American starts taking Social Security at 62 years old. Sounds reasonable, right? That's what I thought. But here's where it gets wild. If you wait just 8 more years until you're 70, your monthly payment doesn't just go up a little bit. It goes up by 76%. 76%. That's not a small bump. That's the difference between getting $2,000 a month and getting $3,520 a month for the rest of your life. And if you live past 80, which statistically most of us will, you'll have collected way more total money by waiting. But this is where the villain in this story shows up. The Social Security Administration doesn't make this clear. They'll tell you that you're eligible at 62 and they'll let you sign up. They're not lying to you, but they're not exactly holding up a neon sign telling you the cost of that decision either. You have to discover it yourself. And most people don't. They just take it. Here's the first major mistake: taking Social Security too early without understanding the lifetime cost. I call this the "I need it now" trap. And I get it, you worked your whole life. You feel like that money is yours, and it is. But the system is designed to make you choose between having some money now or way more money later. The government isn't being generous either way. They've actually done the math so that if you live to an average age, you'll break even around 80 whether you took it at 62 or waited until 70. But here's the catch: most people are living well into their 80s and 90s now. We're living longer than ever. So waiting actually wins. Big time. Let me give you a real example because numbers can feel abstract. Let's say you're 62 right now. You worked your whole life. Your full retirement age, that's the technical term for when the government thinks you should start taking it, is 67. But you can take it now at 62, you just get less each month. If your full retirement benefit is going to be $2,000 a month, taking it at 62 might give you $1,240 a month instead. That's a 38% reduction. Just gone. Now some of you might be thinking, hey, I can invest the difference, or I need money now for medical bills. Those are real considerations. But here's what most people don't realize. They're trading a guaranteed 76% increase later for immediate cash now. That's not a great trade unless you actually need that money to survive. The second mistake is not coordinating Social Security with a spouse. This one costs couples even more money. We're talking $200,000 to $500,000 for some couples. Here's why. If you're married, there used to be something called a spousal benefit strategy. The rules changed in 2015, so if you weren't grandfathered in, this doesn't apply to you. But for those who were, you could claim a spousal benefit while your own benefit kept growing. You could get $1,200 a month from your spouse's work history while your own benefit grew. Then at 70, you'd switch to your own much bigger benefit. You'd essentially get free money. The government got wise to this and closed the loophole. But here's the thing, even though that specific strategy is gone, there are still coordination strategies most couples don't know about. The way you file affects your spouse's future benefits. The order matters, the timing matters, and most couples just file whenever, wherever, and leave money on the table. The third mistake is ignoring your life expectancy and health situation. This is where it gets personal. Social Security is betting you'll die by a certain age. And honestly, that sounds morbid, but it's true. They've done actuarial tables. They know the statistics. If you're a woman, you're statistically living to 84. If you're a man, closer to 79. But that's average. If you're in great health, exercise regularly, have no major health issues, statistically you'll live longer. If you have serious health conditions, you might not. This matters because it changes the entire calculation. If you're 62 and a doctor just diagnosed you with stage 4 cancer, taking Social Security immediately makes sense. You might as well get the money while you can use it. But if you're 62 and you just ran a marathon, waiting until 70 is probably the better move. Your health trajectory should inform your decision. Most people don't even think about this. They just take it because they can. The fourth mistake is claiming too early because you don't understand the earnings limit. This one is sneaky. If you claim Social Security before your full retirement age and you're still working, there's an earnings limit. If you earn more than that limit, and it changes yearly, but it's currently around $23,000, for every $2 you earn above that, they take back $1 of your Social Security benefits. So let's say you claim at 62 and you're still working and making $50,000 a year. They'll withhold a significant chunk of your benefits. You're getting almost nothing. But here's the thing, when you reach your full retirement age, those withheld benefits don't just disappear. They recalculate your benefit to account for them, so you don't actually lose the money permanently. But most people don't know this, so they think they're losing it, so they don't work, so they miss out on career growth and income. They've basically chosen poverty now and lower benefits later based on a misunderstanding. So what's the actual solution here? How do you not be part of the 87%? First, get a Social Security statement. Go to SSA.gov right now, create an account. Look at your estimated benefits at 62, 67, and 70. Just see the numbers. Most people have never done this. You need to see it yourself to make an informed decision. Second, don't claim based on emotion or desperation. I know that's easier said than done, but this decision affects you for potentially 30 years. That's worth thinking through carefully. Third, if you're married, talk to a financial advisor who specifically understands Social Security coordination. Not all advisors do. Look for someone who focuses on this. It could save you hundreds of thousands. Fourth, understand your health trajectory. Talk to your doctor. If you're in great health, waiting is almost always better. If you have serious health issues, maybe it's not. And fifth, and this is important, understand that delaying Social Security is actually one of the best guaranteed investments you can make. You cannot get a 76% guaranteed increase anywhere else. You cannot get a product that increases your income for the rest of your life anywhere else. CDs, they're at 4-5%. Bonds, similar. Your job might give you a 3% raise. Social Security's increase for waiting is mathematically superior. It's one of the only remaining pension-like benefits most of us have left. Here's what happens if you actually do this right. Let's say you wait from 62 to 70. You're not taking benefits, so maybe you keep working or you live on savings or retirement accounts. That's the hardship. But then at 70, you're getting $3,520 a month instead of $2,000. For the next 20 years until you're 90, you've collected an extra $364,800. That's the difference. That's not a typo. That's a real number, and if you live past 90, that gap keeps growing forever. You've worked your entire life for this. You've paid into the system. You've earned this benefit, but you have to claim it strategically. You have to understand the trade-offs, and you have to ignore the pressure to take it just because you can. This is too important to get wrong. So do yourself a favor, go check your statement today. Do the math. Run the numbers for your specific situation. And make a decision based on facts, not on what most people do. Because remember, most people are leaving $100,000 plus on the table. You don't have to be one of them.